Welcome to the John and Heidi Show podcast, brought to you by DirecTV, 1-800-259-7646. Also brought to you by RVWheelator.com. If you're buying an RV or selling an RV, check out RVWheelator.com and the Dollar Shave Club. Here's John and Heidi.
Thank you so much for listening on a Tuesday. Hey, baby, how you doing?
Tired.
Why are you tired?
I'm just tired.
You need to get more sleep at night. That's what's going on.
I think I need exercise is what I need because I'm just exhausted all the time.
I think it's this. It's either you need some exercise or you need maybe a better diet or maybe
you
need
stress.
A little less stress. So it's all of those things probably.
Rest. And
there you go. See, just do those things.
Yeah, easy as that.
Hey, coming up later in the program, we've got somebody else with great advice and all kinds of fabulous knowledge that he's going to pass along with Tuesdays with Charlie, something we do every Tuesday. Also, did you know this? Geneticists in Berlin are working on an anti-stupidity pill.
Oh, good Lord.
It's a true thing. There's a pill that you can take to be less stupid.
Well, yeah, only stupid people would buy it. Because only stupid people would think it would work.
And here's the problem. I bet if you're really stupid, you probably wouldn't even know that you needed that because most people that are stupid don't know they're stupid. That's the problem. Coming up, we got some fun stuff to share on a Tuesday edition of the John and Heidi Show.
This portion of the program is brought to you by Dollar Shave Club. Get razors for $1 a month plus a few bucks shipping, so you can enjoy fresh razors every month for as little as $3. Learn more at dollarshaveclub.com/radio.
Thank you so much for listening on a Tuesday. Be sure to listen later in the program for Tuesdays with Charlie, where you learn all kinds of stuff. And I've got something for you here as well. A new study says that it's the sugary soft drinks Americans consume that pack on the pounds of Americans because other countries don't drink soda or pop or whatever you call it like we do, soft drinks. We drink more of those here than other countries. Here's the thing, though. I'm going to call a big old BS flag on this deal.
I don't drink a ton of soda. Like, if we go to a restaurant, I will order pop.
Most of the time, when we go to a restaurant, what do I order?
Water.
Exactly. Water. I'm like, I'll take water. I'm good. I don't drink much. And I weigh more than most, so it's not just that. There's other things that contribute to it as well. I could give you a list if you want a list. And these people that are doing this study apparently didn't ask everybody. Coming your way here in a moment, we've got a couple of fun things for you. We've got our Heard It on the Radio segment. We've got our Moment of Duh and our Scoop of the Day. It's going to be a fun Tuesday right here on the John and Heidi Show.
This portion of the program is brought to you by RVWheelator.com. If you want to buy or sell an RV, go to RVWheelator.com. List your RV for free. Learn more at RVWheelator.com.
You know it's true because you heard it on the radio. Take a listen to this. What would you do if your pastor on Sunday morning told you to prepare for your last moments? Because you could go at any moment. And then he croaked. That's exactly what happened. A preacher told his congregation to prepare for God's call, and then seconds later he had a heart attack and died right there at the pulpit. Eric Franklin, age 65, was in the middle of his sermon about how God could call you home at any time, and you'd never know when. And then he died at Churchtown Methodist Church. This is in England, I believe. Pastor's daughter, Deborah, said it's how he would have wanted to go. The church is in Castletown, Sutherland. I believe that's in England. And they were stunned. They said, this is a really sad loss.
That is
and you never know when you're going to go. You could go at any time.
That's true.
What are you laughing about?
It reminds me of my grandfather. We grew up Catholic.
Yeah.
So we went to a Catholic church, and our priest one time was doing a sermon on
that you could go
at any time. You could
go.
You could die when you're an infant from this, and when you're 1, you could die from this, and when you're 2, and he was going through every stage of life and every,
age,
every possible scenario, and it was taking forever. It was a very long sermon, and my grandfather yells, and Catholic churches are just notoriously quiet, and everything echoes. Yeah, they're very. And he yells, "We're all gonna die of old age sitting right here if you don't move it along." My grandmother smacked him with her purse, and she was so embarrassed.
I can imagine Grandpa saying that.
Oh, my grandpa was amazing.
He was hilarious. I remember one other time we were at his house for coffee, and some Jehovah's Witnesses came to the front door. And they said, will you invite Jesus into your home? And he said, he can come in, but you're going to have to stay out here. And he slammed the door in their face. I was crying. I was laughing so hard. It was mean that he did that, but I was like, that was hilarious.
He was a funny man. I miss him.
I do, too. Sad that he's gone. Hey, speaking of funny people, Tuesdays with Charlie coming up here a little bit later in the program. And we have your brain on drugs on the way. And this whole pastor dying at church. You know it's true because you heard it on the radio.
The John and Heidi Show is brought to you in part by the Keystone Treatment Center.
This is your brain. And this is your brain on drugs. We share silly stories here on the program, but addiction is no joke. If you or someone you know suffers with an addiction to drugs or alcohol, make today the day you seek help.
Call toll-free 844-204-1055.
That's a toll-free number. Again?
844-204-1055.
And this is your brain on drugs. A drug scandal is rocking the world of sumo wrestling, Heidi. You know, when you think of drugs and you think of people that would be taking drugs, sumo wrestlers probably don't go to the top of the list, but two popular sumo wrestlers from Russia, they're both brothers actually, they've been banned and they've been slapped with a lifetime ban from Japan's ancient national sport for using marijuana.
I didn't even know Russia had sumo wrestlers.
Apparently they do. The head of the Japanese Sumo Association.
Does the U.S. have any sumo wrestlers?
I'm sure we probably have some. The head of the Japanese Sumo Association has also resigned. Wrestlers tested for the drug when the sport conducted their first ever drug test following the arrest of another Russian wrestler for marijuana. The two who were kicked out insisted they're clean. Sumo has its roots in a religious ritual, and they tend to hold athletes and officials to high moral standards and high weights, too, I believe. But the marijuana possession is considered a serious offense in Japan, and the scandal has been front-page news.
Okay, so here's the thing. Yeah. I know people who partake in marijuana.
Yeah.
And wouldn't this really be of benefit to the person's opponent? Doesn't that just make them slower and a little,
I think so.
Much slower reaction
time?
Imagine. Yeah. I don't know why anybody would complain.
I don't think that it was really like a performance-enhancing drug. It was the fact that they were doing the drug, period, I think. I don't know. We've got your moment of duh coming your way.
This portion of the program is brought to you by Keystone Treatment Center. Addiction is no laughing matter. Call Keystone Treatment Center toll-free at 1-844-204-1055.
While politicians are supposed to be confident, sometimes the confidence can lead to a moment of duh. Two men in Bosnia quarreled in the street over who would win the October 1st election. They made a bet before 5 witnesses and signed an improvised contract. Each man bet the other person's home.
Whoa!
Yeah.
Whoa!
One of them lost. Now the loser's being sued for refusal to honor the bet. The loser has dismissed the bet as a joke and instead has offered to take the winner out for lunch. So each one said, I'm going to win. No, I'm going to win. I'll bet you my house I win. Okay, I'll bet you your house I'm going to win. So anyway, they bet each other's homes.
Well, that was pretty stupid.
Yeah. So anywho, now you lost your election and you probably lost your home. It says here that they put together an improvised contract. If they have a contract, because here's the thing. If you have a contract.
Yeah, if you have a contract.
That's a legally binding
Probably
obligation.
shouldn't sign a contract unless you intend to fulfill that contract.
I agree completely. So
I agree too.
That happened in Bosnia. Coming up, we have your Scoop of the Day. That's on the way.
The Scoop of the Day is brought to you by Wells Blue Bunny. If you want delicious ice cream, be sure to look for the Blue Bunny. Sure to have your favorite flavors. Learn more at bluebunny.com.
Time now for the Scoop of the Day. According to anthropologists, Americans' heads are getting bigger. Over the last 150 years, our heads have gotten bigger and bigger and bigger. Now, if you look at me right now, you might be saying, hey, I've known that ever since I've met you. I got kind of a big noggin. Kind of runs in my family, doesn't it?
It does. I was a little concerned when we got pregnant. I was thinking, I'm going to have to try and push one of those out. It's not going to be good.
She referred to me as a Charlie Brown head. She's like, you got Charlie Brown head. You and your Charlie Brown head. A Toy Story fan in England had his name legally changed to Buzz Lightyear, but he was denied a driver's license until he changed his name back. But his actual name was Luke Skywalker. So
I don't know how they can deny him his driver's license if that is his real name.
Well, they said, we're not going to give you that, so no way. Hey, a new study suggests that Alzheimer's could be passed from person to person. So, like, contagious? I've never, ever thought of that.
Don't think so.
Yeah, I don't know. That's a new study that they're working on right now. Says that could be the case.
Huh.
Hey, to help out during the holidays, Walmart is going to be hiring tens of thousands of seasonal employees. And I'm not exactly sure why.
They'll
Because
still go with the standard one checkout
open
lane.
1 or 2 checkout lanes. There's all these people waiting around, apparently.
That drives me crazy, especially on Black Friday. That drives me crazy. They've got worker bees running around everywhere, and not all of the checkout lanes are open. It's nuts.
Yeah. Somebody please go to aisle 5.
Yeah.
According to London's Telegraph, if your surname is Morgan, Kidd, Teach, Rackham, Bonnie, or Reed, there's a good chance you might be related to pirates. There could be pirates in your family tree.
Huh.
So if your last name is Morgan, Kidd, Teach, Rackham, Bonnie, or Reed, you could be related to some of the most famous pirates in history. Is that a good thing? Do you want to be related to a pirate?
I don't know. Everybody's related to somebody that is either notorious or...
In our family tree, there's a famous person, Billy the Kid. And here's the funny thing. We don't know for sure if it was Billy the Kid or if it was a crazy guy who claimed to be Billy the Kid. But there was a guy who, after Billy the Kid was dead, stepped forward and said he was Billy the Kid, had scars in all the right places, and was, thought to have been the real Billy the Kid. Anyway, we're related to that guy. So either a lunatic or Billy the Kid, one or the other.
My grandmother was putting together our family tree for the whole family, and she was pruning it. She was taking people off on purpose.
She was not good with the computer.
People she didn't care for.
She came to me and she goes, "Hey, can you type this? I'm not good with the computer." And I'm going through and I'm asking Heidi, I'm like, "Wait a minute.
What happened to so-and-so? And where's so-and-so?" She was taking off the people she didn't care for.
Trimming the family tree. You can't do that.
You can't prune the family tree.
No. Hey, what do women do before a date, Heidi? Getting ready to go out. You might check your makeup, might, put on some nice clothes. But nowadays, many are checking out their suitors on Facebook. A Match.com survey found that about half of the people polled said before they go on a date, they check out the dude on Facebook to see, who am I going out with tonight? Who is this guy? What's he up to? What's he into? Maybe then they can get some things to talk about. I don't know. Researchers in England say they have the problem of baldness solved.
Really?
Oh, Charlie's going to be so excited. They've discovered a protein code that tells cells to grow more hair. Scientists at the University of Manchester have found that by sending the code to more cells than usual, they were able to breed mice with more fur. So, if you want a furry mouse, go to England. Over in Manchester, they got a bunch of furry little critters running around. But they're saying that they could actually utilize this same cell to grow hair in people. And we've got a guy by the name of Charlie that we talked to here in a bit. He's bald. I couldn't even imagine him with hair. I think he would look funny.
I've seen him
now.
with a wig before. Yeah. He looks ridiculous.
I think he looks really good the way he does.
Absolutely.
Anyway, there you go. That has been your scoop of the day. Oh, we got a strange law. Let's get to that. In Virginia, there is a state law prohibiting corrupt practices of bribery by any person other than a candidate.
Oh, so it excludes candidates.
Of course. They're the ones that write the laws.
Oh, my God.
In Virginia, there is a state law prohibiting corrupt practices of bribery by any person other than candidates.
Oh, my gosh. That's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard.
You can't do it, but we can. That's what they're trying to say.
Oh, man.
That is your strange law. This has been your Scoop of the Day.
This portion of the program is brought to you by RoughToughKennels.com. Dog kennels and accessories sent to your front door wherever you live. Your dog deserves it. Learn more at RoughToughKennels.com.
Time now for my favorite program that we do all week long. We pick up the telephone and call my father-in-law for a little show we like to call Tuesdays with Charlie. How you doing, Charlie?
You're one lucky SOB, aren't you?
I am. I'm a lucky dude. First of all, I'm married to the most beautiful woman in the world, and she happens to be your daughter. And then I get to talk to you every Tuesday. How cool is that?
It doesn't get any better than that.
It doesn't. I know everybody listening right now, they're probably pretty darn jealous because they're going, well, hey, I don't get to talk to Charlie every Tuesday. So, you know what? The good news is at least you get to listen to him every Tuesday.
Second best, ain't all bad.
There you go. So what kind of stuff are we going to hear today, Charlie?
Hey, did you know that there are about 100 million bicycles are manufactured worldwide each year?
That's a lot of bicycles.
It is a lot.
Makes me think maybe I should get on a bicycle if there's that many of them out there. I have no excuse, do I?
I bet they build one that fits you.
They do. I've seen them out there. There's some husky bikes out there.
That's right, for us husky dudes.
Exactly.
Hey, then did you know that there are over 500 million bicycles in China?
That's a lot of bicycles there, too.
Try to get around there. It's a little harder than it is here, I think.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of people there. So if they all drove cars, they'd be just bumping into each other.
Hey, then I think I've told you this once before, but I'll tell you again because you forget a lot.
I do.
It's harder to get in the Ringling Brothers Clown School than Harvard Law School.
Well, that's true. I've read that before.
Go to to Harvard Law School, you get out, they call them clowns anyway.
I was just going to say, to be fair, most Harvard Law graduates are clowns anyway.
Don't you lawyers be calling me up, because I don't care.
The opinions expressed on this program do not necessarily reflect this program or this station, just so you know.
That's right. Hey, then, according to petside.com, you can go there and check this out because this is a true fact. 72% of dog owners believe their dogs can detect when the storm weather is on the way.
They can. Our dogs can tell. Usually it's because we have them out in the backyard while it's raining. They're like, hey, guys, it's raining.
It's raining.
No, our dogs are so spoiled, they're never outside.
Not very long, they're not.
No.
Hey, then, I know this is true. 45% of dogs sleep in their owner's beds.
Yeah?
Yeah, our dogs
I'm
sleep
sure
in our bed.
that's true.
And you got two of them, so that goes up to 90%.
There you go. See? That works. Simple math.
And then you know what I think of cats.
You're not a fan.
The only good cat is a dead cat.
Oh, come on. I like
now, all you
cats.
cat lovers out there, don't be calling me either, because I don't care about that.
Well, at least you got that part clear. You just lost half of your fan base, Charlie.
40,000 people are bitten by cats annually.
40,000 people are bitten every year?
Yep.
That's a lot of cat bites.
That's why you don't like cats.
Well, meow.
Hey, then I got a couple here things about donuts.
Okay.
Did you know the Krispy Kreme donuts? Well, first of all, they're very good.
They are.
They're amazing.
But they're kosher.
I didn't know they were kosher. That's cool.
That should open the door for a lot more people to eat them.
Okay, so what exactly is that just blessed by a rabbi? What is kosher?
I don't know.
You don't know?
Ask the rabbi.
I'm going to yield to you on this one, Charlie.
Or is it circumcised?
No.
I don't know.
A circumcised donut. Would you
that
just
donut.
stop it? Once again, I apologize for the...
Where do you think the donut holes come from?
Yeah.
Right.
That's the kosher part.
I don't know this for a fact, but I'm pretty certain you guys are both wrong.
Okay, then how about this? 13 people in the U.S. are actually named Donut.
Oh, that's their name?
That's their last name.
Oh, their last name.
Last name. Oh.
That's cool.
Yeah. And then I thought we're going to do something a little different today. Do you have a question for me, too?
I have one for you, yeah.
Okay, I'm going to give you a joke of the day.
Okay, what's your joke?
Fun.
And the Lord said unto John, come forth, and you will receive eternal life. But John came fifth and won a toaster.
I didn't come forth, I came fifth.
That's awesome.
Oh, that's good, Charlie. I like that. All right, here's your question. I was going to read this one here, but that's way too hard. If you pay attention to Charlie, send me questions he might actually have a chance of getting. So,
what is that show on TV? Can you do math like a fifth grade or something, or whatever it is?
Yeah.
Well, we got to get down to like a second grader.
How about this one right here? This will be a true or false question. George Lucas' debut film, American Graffiti, received 5 Oscar nominations. True or false?
False.
It was true. It was true. You had a 50-50 chance, Chucky.
Question. I'm trying to think hard, see?
I know. Well, that was I threw a curveball at you, making it true and false.
Well, I had a 50-50 shot and overthought it.
And I overthought it.
Well, it was good talking to you, Charlie. We'll chat again next week.
I bet it'll be Tuesday, too, when we do it.
I bet it will. And if you've got a question for Charlie next week, send it to us, charlie@johnandheidishow.com, and we'll talk to you next week.
Bye, Daddy.
I'll be here. Bye, Fluff. Bye, John.
Bye-bye. My father-in-law right there. We talk to him every Tuesday just because we can. It's a little program we like to call Tuesdays with Charlie.
This portion of the program is brought to you by CarsForSale.com. If you're in the market to buy a car, truck, or van, find thousands of vehicles to choose from at CarsForSale.com.
Today is a very special day, Heidi. Do you know what today is?
What is today, John?
It is Tuesday, October the 13th. Today is English Language Day. Press 1 for English. Next, International Day of Disaster Reduction. So this is the day to reduce disasters. Not sure how we do that, but let's do it. International African Penguin Awareness Day. I've never heard of an African penguin, so they really have their work cut out for them. International Day for Failure. So today's a good day if you want to fail. What the heck? Do it today. National Chess Day. Do you ever play chess? Have you ever done that?
I played when I was younger with my brother, but I have not played since.
We should play chess. That's really good for the brain. It's good to help your thinking skills. I haven't played chess in years. I would have to maybe...
I'd have to relearn.
Yeah, learn how to do that again.
At this point, I'd even have to relearn checkers, honestly. It's been ages.
Today is National Navy... Oh, I'm sorry. It's the Navy's birthday, so not national. It's just Navy birthday, so happy birthday, Navy. Our son
just joined the
is
Navy.
A future Navy man. He's going to be taking off here in a little bit to go to the Navy, so happy birthday, Navy. Silly Sayings Day today and World Sight Day. Get out and celebrate. It's Tuesday, the 13th day of October.
This portion of the program is brought to you by StoneGroupArchitects.com. It's more than a building. It's design and function working together. Check out the project portfolio at StoneGroupArchitects.com.
Don't throw away that LCD television just because it's old. It might actually help people in hospitals regrow tissue. What? Does that even make sense?
No.
Researchers at the University of York's Department of Chemistry propose that instead of throwing away old LCD screens, that we should recycle them for medical purposes. Provinyl alcohol, PVA, is a component used as a coating on the glass surfaces of all LCD screens. It can also, as happens, help in the process of regrowing tissue and regenerating body parts. It can be used to help target specific body parts for a drug delivery in pills. Recovering the PVA for medical purposes is also relatively simple, requiring only microwave-heated water and an ethanol wash. It was estimated that over 1 million metric tons of PVA was used in electronics in 1 year alone, 2006. That was the year. While the compound is not an egregious pollutant, new and beneficial uses for old electronics, pending further research and safety testing, will offer alternatives to dumping them in the trash. So they're saying... You can take, according to this thing, an ethanol wash with microwave-heated water, and you can wipe all of this stuff off of the screen and then use that to regrow body parts?
I don't know. That's bizarre.
Were you not paying attention while
I was listening to you, and I was thinking those people in England are up to all kinds of weird stuff
today. They are doing some weird... Every story today. Am I on the English internet today? What is happening here? Anyway, they're saying don't throw away your LCD TV because you could use it to grow a new foot or whatever it is that they're doing in that. Speaking of doing weird things, I posted this last week on Facebook. I saw that Pizza Hut has a new contraption out. Did you see this?
I saw it. I want it.
It is the weirdest thing ever. It's like a little dresser. It's 3 drawers filled with pizza and other pizza and other stuff.
Absolutely amazing.
Treat or something.
Yeah.
I'm like, what are the mad scientists doing over there?
We will have one.
I just think that's bizarre. Hey, coming up here in a moment, Dress Down. We'll tell you what happened with this guy when he dressed down. Maybe a little too much. It's on the way.
This portion of the program is brought to you by DirecTV, 1-800-259-7646. Also brought to you by RVWheelator.com. If you're buying an RV or selling an RV, check out RVWheelator.com and the Dollar Shave Club. Here's John and Heidi.
A man has been fired from his job because he thinks wearing shorts is a fundamental right. He's a Frenchman. He's been fired for wearing Bermuda shorts. He's suing to get his job back, arguing that his employer had violated his freedom. Cedric Montroby lost his job as a technician at an electronics group for disobeying orders to wear trousers to work. His lawyers are arguing that his employer violated a fundamental right and his freedom as an employee, that he should be able to wear Bermuda shorts to work if he wants to.
No, you know what? If a company has a dress code, it's a dress code. That's end of story.
So I was just going to ask, what could I wear to work here that would get me fired?
Oh, I don't know. Sweatpants and a sweatshirt with a giant burn hole in the sleeve.
That's what I'm wearing today.
And bright orange socks.
I don't have any white socks. I'm going to the gym from here. At least that's the plan. I was going to do it before I came in here. I didn't. So hopefully I'll get there eventually. I don't know. Maybe I won't. Coming up, we've got a family affair. We're going to chat all about that on the way.
This portion of the program is brought to you by GunUp.com. If you're a gun lover, you'll be in heaven at GunUp.com. Built by experienced military veterans, shooting sports competitors, and publishing professionals. They have awesome stories and articles that are read by millions of gun enthusiasts. Check it out at GunUp.com.
A mother and a daughter from Israel apparently do everything together, even give birth together. Listen to this story. When Rita Gershowitz went to the hospital to comfort her daughter, who was giving birth, Rael, I think is how you say her name, a funny thing happened. The mother was also pregnant, and she went into labor too.
Huh.
they're still in the same delivery room. Rena gave birth to her son, her 10th child, just hours after her first grandson was born. So that means her grandson is actually older than her son by just a few hours.
Huh.
But they were born in the same room on the same day. How crazy is that? I think that's a cool story. But I can't imagine you and your mother, going into labor at the same time. Wouldn't that be bizarre?
Yeah. Well, yeah.
I don't even know if I want to know what you're thinking, because when you smirk like that, it's best if I don't ask you on the air.
It definitely is best at this
We're going to
point.
just move on right now. Thank you so much for joining us on a Tuesday edition of the John and Heidi Show.
This portion of the program is brought to you by Dollar Shave Club. You can get razors sent to your door each month for just $1, plus a couple of bucks shipping. It's an amazing deal. Log on to dollarshaveclub.com/radio to learn more. That's dollarshaveclub.com/radio. Now, back to the John and Heidi Show podcast.
A Missouri teenager intended on catching some fish when it turns out he was the one that got caught. He was on the hook. Johnny Simmons was fishing in Juden Creek, and he waded in to see, maybe if he could. I don't know why he was wading in there. Do you go in when you go fishing? I've never done it that way, but he went wading in.
Some people do. They put those wader pants on and they stand in the water.
Anyway, he started to sink. Heavy rain from the day before left the creek's banks muddy. Before he knew it, he was up to his chest in mud. It took paramedics 3 hours to rescue him.
Oh, man.
So there you go.
That's scary.
Yeah, he went in fishing and ended up being the one that got fished out. So that's kind of crazy.
That's scary.
I guess I'm going to have to look and see, because when I've gone fishing, I've either gone fishing from a boat or on shore, but I've never stood in the water while fishing. But again, I know I've seen that done before. Fly fishing, I think, is where I've seen that done. I don't know how that works. I've never gone fly fishing.
I've never either. I've just seen those big rubber pants that look like
they're
clown
waders.
pants.
They're waders, rubber waders.
But they're black instead of red.
Oh, they could be whatever color. You could probably get red clown wader waders made of, what am I trying to say? Rubber waders that look like clown pants. Then you could be a clown in the water. I don't know. I have no clue. Coming up, we got some fun stuff to talk about. And for those of you who were listening yesterday, you heard us talk with Hank Irwin. He's the guy that is, the movie Woodlawn is actually about his life and some things that happened during his younger years. Neat guy. It was a really fun interview. But I just wanted to let you know, if you did not get a chance to listen, you can actually see the trailer for the movie online. It's on YouTube, and it's such a great movie. It opens this Friday in theaters all over the country. And again, the movie Woodlawn, Heidi and I have had a chance to see it. It was a great movie, wasn't it? Mm-hmm. I thought it was
phenomenal
fabulous.
Film.
If you get a chance, the trailer is on YouTube if you want to watch that. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show.
This portion of the program is brought to you by DirecTV. Call 1-800-259-7646. They have hundreds of channels to choose from, with many packages to fit your viewing desires. Learn more at 1-800-259-7646.
Thank you so much for listening to the John and Heidi Show on a Tuesday. And we always try to end this program with something positive. And if it's not positive, at least something kind of fun or something that, is not negative anyway. So here's what I found for you today, Heidi.
Okay.
Why your coffee addiction is not necessarily bad for you. Is that a good thing?
You know what? We talk about all the time why coffee is good for you. Why are we doing this again?
Because there are people all the time saying coffee's bad for you.
Okay.
You drink
Go
too
ahead.
much coffee.
Let's talk about it again.
So here we go. For the, how manyth time? 10th time?
Yeah.
Okay. Heidi's apparently sick of talking about coffee. I notice you drink coffee every day. You sick of drinking it too? No?
I really haven't been drinking it as much.
You didn't. You came in with coffee and then you left it sit there and you complained that it wasn't good.
No.
I think it's delicious. I might drink your coffee. Well, here we go with 6 reasons why your coffee addiction is not so bad for you. Number 1, coffee may decrease your risk of depression. Heidi, maybe you should have some more coffee.
I knew this already.
Number 2, coffee might help prevent skin cancer. Yeah, Heidi, you should have some coffee. Number 3, smelling coffee can bust your stress. So just the scent of coffee can help with stress. Heidi, do you have any stress?
Yes, I do.
Take a whiff of that cup of
coffee
coffee
right there.
right
Which is why I
there.
spend so much time in the coffee aisle at the grocery store.
Number 4, coffee might help fight obesity. Okay,
well, that's not true.
It's true, but I'm just saying my coffee, I maybe need a bigger army of coffee to help with my obesity. Number 5, coffee may prevent Parkinson's disease. Heidi?
Really?
And number 6 on the list of why your coffee addiction is not necessarily bad for you. Number 6, coffee could boost your workout. So
you got to actually work out.
Oh, well, see, I'm dressed for it at least.
Yeah.
So I took the first step.
You did.
At least I dressed up in my gym clothes, and I came to work that way. So now I have to. I was going to do it before work.
Here's
now
what you need to
remember.
remember. You have a gym bag here at the office, so you don't need to come to work in
But I thought if I do
clothes.
this, it's gonna take one more hurdle out of the way, and that didn't. Apparently, I didn't climb over that hurdle. That's the problem. So that's going to do it for the John and Heidi Show. Thank you so much for listening on a Tuesday. Time to say goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, everybody. Have a great day. Thanks for listening.
Time now for the bonus break. Only available here on the John and Heidi Show podcast.
And your bonus break is brought to you by the Dollar Shave Club. We're going to give you that website here in a second. But first, let me give you a reason to go to that website. First of all, you can save money on razors. That's cool. You can save time because you don't have to go to the store anymore. That's cool. But here's one more reason. One of the funniest videos you're ever going to see on the internet is on that website. When you go there, you can actually see a video that was put together by the guy that founded Dollar Shave Club. And there's a really fun video explaining why the product even exists. You know, he wanted to help people save money, and he's helped create jobs in America. And it's just a really cool video. Check it out at dollarshaveclub.com/radio. While you're there, if you fall in love with him, sign up, become a member. Over here, from St. Croix Falls, Wisconsin, comes the story of James Chavez. He shoplifted a toy car. He also took some medication, a few batteries, a pellet pistol, and a flip phone from a local Walmart. He was quickly caught and charged with a misdemeanor. He must have really wanted this stuff badly, though, because 2 days later, he allegedly broke into the police station property room and stole the items again. This time, he left behind more expensive stuff like a computer and an assault rifle. Now he's been charged with breaking into a police station. That's a felony. So he went in to steal those specific things, but he didn't steal more expensive stuff sitting next to it. What do you think his addiction was with the stuff that he stole from Walmart?
I have no idea.
Were you even paying attention? You were texting somebody, weren't you?
Not really.
That's kind of what I thought. You're just scoping out the walls.
I heard you say he stole a toy car and some medication.
Yeah, medication,
and that's
toy
when
car,
I kinda...
and a pellet gun.
Oh.
All right, 2 Kentucky men tried to pull the front off of an ATM machine, it says on here. Ooh, that's a pet peeve of mine. It's an ATM.
Yes,
the M stands for machine. They tried to pull the front off an ATM by running a chain from the bumper of their pickup to the machine. Sounds like
something you would do.
Sounds like a Wile E. Coyote plan
like
to me.
something you would do. You tried to remove a tree this way one time.
Hey, it worked. They put their truck in gear, and instead of pulling the front panel off the machine, they pulled the bumper off the truck. At this point, they were so scared they took off with the chain still attached to the machine and their bumper still attached to the chain.
Which has a license plate
and their license
on the
plate
bumper.
still attached to the bumper. They were very soon attached to handcuffs and each other because they got arrested. And finally, I don't know why they need to put her weight in here, but I'm going to just read it. It says, a 300-pound woman attempted to steal 16-pound frozen turkey by stowing the bird down her shirt. Unfortunately for her, the frozen bird against her body caused her to go into a state of hypothermia.
Oh.
She had collapsed in the grocery store. So, I don't know. They could have just said a rather large woman, but why'd they have to say her 300-pound, her weight? Doesn't seem very nice.
Know.
Then again, she was stealing a frozen turkey.
So
maybe you have that
niceness goes out the window.
There you go. That's going to do it for our bonus break. Brought to you by the Dollar Shave Club. Go there, check out that video. You're going to laugh. If you've not seen it yet, you got to check it out. It really is a very, very funny video at dollarshaveclub.com/radio.